The Forbidden City, the largest palace in the world, has stood resilient for over 600 years, withstanding the ravages of time and over 200 earthquakes. In this video, you will uncover the extraordinary architectural secrets that make the Forbidden City nearly indestructible. From its unique bracketing system to its meticulously engineered roof design, we will delve into the luxurious lifestyle of the emperors, explore a collection of more than 1.8 million treasures, of which only 2% are displayed, and examine a 16-foot-long, or about 5 meters artwork described as a time-traveling portal to the 12th century, vividly capturing the ancient cityscape of Beijing. Stay tuned. The Forbidden City, also known as the Imperial Palace, is a monumental structure symbolizing the power of feudal China. Located in the heart of Beijing, it was constructed between 1406 and 1420 during the Ming Dynasty and served as the political and administrative center for emperors of the Ming and Qing dynasties for nearly 600 years. The name Forbidden City carries profound symbolic meaning. The word forbidden highlights the strict regulations controlling access to the palace, where only those granted permission by the emperor could enter. The word city emphasizes its fortified structure, surrounded by imposing walls and a moat. Meanwhile, the word purple in its original Chinese name references the purple forbidden enclosure, a constellation associated with the celestial court of the heavenly emperor. This name not only reflects the palace's grandeur, but also its central role and inviolable status in the feudal system. In 1402, Zhu Di, the fourth son of Emperor Hongwu, ascended to the throne after the Jingnan Rebellion and adopted the reign title Yongle. To consolidate his power, defend against northern nomadic tribes, and establish a new political center, he decided to move the capital from Nanjing to Beijing. In 1406, Zhu Di ordered the construction of the Forbidden City, marking the beginning of an unprecedented royal palace project in Chinese history. The construction was overseen by court officials such as Chen Kui, Wu Zhong, Zhang Xizhong, and architect Kai Xin. Thousands of skilled artisans, including stone sculptor Lu Xiang, mason Yang Qing, and craftsmen from across the empire, were mobilized to Beijing. After 14 years of construction, the Forbidden City was largely completed in December 1420. Shortly after its completion, in May 1421, the Forbidden City suffered a lightning strike that set fire to 3 main halls in the outer court. It was not until 1440, during the reign of Emperor Yingzong, that these 3 halls and the Changqing Palace were reconstructed. The Forbidden City continued to endure numerous fires. In 1557, a major blaze destroyed the 3 front halls, Fengtian Gate, Wenyu Tower, and Meridian Gate, which were only restored by 1561. In 1597, another fire destroyed the front 3 halls and the rear 3 palaces, with restoration work lasting until 1627, just before the fall of the Ming Dynasty. From 1420 to 1644, the Forbidden City served as the political center of the Ming Dynasty. In April 1644, Li Zicheng led his forces into Beijing, overthrowing the Ming Dynasty. The Forbidden City then became the power center of the Qing Dynasty, marking the beginning of a new chapter in China's feudal history. Covering an area of 7.75 million square feet, or about 720,000 square meters, the Forbidden City is surrounded by 33-foot-high walls, or about 10 meters, and a 171-foot-wide moat, or about 52 meters, creating an impenetrable fortress. This is the largest palace complex ever built in China, comprising 980 buildings and over 8,700 rooms, all designed and constructed according to strict feng shui principles to represent the emperor's absolute authority. The construction utilized luxurious materials such as sandalwood and Nanmu wood from southern China, white marble from Hebei province, and the iconic yellow glazed tiles custom-made for the royal family. The complex is divided into 2 main sections, the outer court and the inner court, each serving distinct functions. The outer court hosted major state ceremonies and included grand halls such as the Hall of Supreme Harmony, the Hall of Central Harmony, and the Hall of Preserving Harmony. These are the largest structures in the Forbidden City, featuring radiant yellow-tiled roofs, tall columns made from rare wood, and intricately carved marble floors. The Hall of Supreme Harmony alone spans an impressive 25,600 square feet, or about 2,277 square meters, large enough to host the most significant imperial ceremonies. Beyond the main buildings, the Forbidden City is surrounded by a system of royal gardens and sacred temples. Notable structures include Beihai Park, Jingshan Park, and Zhongshan Park, where former emperors are venerated. These surrounding areas not only complement the spatial layout, but also enhance the harmony between architecture and nature, fulfilling the spiritual and ceremonial needs of the imperial court. The Forbidden City was built with a perfectly symmetrical layout, strictly organized along a central axis, stretching from the Meridian Gate in the south to Jingshan Hill in the north. The complex's two main sections serve both administrative and residential purposes, while reflecting feng shui principles and the philosophy of yin and yang. The location of the complex was carefully chosen, with the artificial Jingshan Hill, Mount Wansui, to the north and the Golden Water River flowing in front. The hill was created from the soil excavated to build the river, acting as a dragon's lair in feng shui, symbolizing protection and stability. The river represents a flow of positive energy and, combined with the hill, establishes the yin-yang balance central to Chinese geomantic philosophy. Inside the Forbidden City, the arrangement of buildings reflects harmony between yin and yang. The Palace of Heavenly Purity, where the emperor resided and worked, represents yang energy and is situated in the front. The Palace of Earthly Tranquility, the residence of the Empress, embodies yin energy and lies at the rear. Between these two stands the Hall of Union, where important rituals were conducted, symbolizing the fusion of yin and yang, heaven and earth. The theory of the five elements was applied throughout the design of the Forbidden City, evident in the placement, materials, and colors of the buildings, creating balance and harmony within the complex. Colors also hold significant symbolism in the Forbidden City. Yellow, representing the emperor and supreme authority, covers most of the roofs. Red, the color of the walls and columns, symbolizes vitality and good fortune, while representing fire, balanced by the water element to maintain stability. Beyond the five elements, the number 9, a symbol of supreme power and longevity, appears everywhere in the Forbidden City, underscoring the emperor's dominance in feudal society. This number is embedded in the spatial layout, architectural details, and decorative motifs, emphasizing imperial authority. To meet the emperor, one had to pass through 9 gates, each symbolizing protection and different layers of authority. These gates were not merely passageways, but intricately decorated with rows of golden studs, arranged in groups of 9, further highlighting the emperor's power and masculinity. The Forbidden City is famously known for having 9,199 rooms, just one room short of the mythical 10,000 rooms believed to belong to the Heavenly Palace. This number reflects the emperor's proximity to the gods while acknowledging his earthly humility. On the rooftops of the royal palaces, 9 mythical creatures are arranged to protect the emperor and the palace from misfortune. These creatures are displayed in order of importance, from the dragon symbolizing imperial power to the phoenix representing peace. Their presence is not merely ornamental, but also rooted in feng shui principles. The construction techniques of the Forbidden City are equally remarkable, enabling it to withstand over 200 earthquakes. One notable example is the 1976 Tangshan earthquake, one of the most devastating seismic events of the 20th century, which killed 240,000 people and caused widespread destruction up to 93 miles, or about 150 kilometers, away. Despite the earthquake's immense force, the Forbidden City remained unscathed thanks to its ingenious design and unique structural systems. The key to its resilience lies in the dugong system, an intricate bracketing system in ancient Chinese architecture. Dugong consists of interlocking wooden brackets stacked without nails or adhesives, distributing the roof's weight down to the supporting columns. This system can dissipate and absorb seismic shocks, keeping the structure stable. Simulations of earthquakes as strong as 10.1 on the Richter scale showed that while tiles might fall, the core structure remained intact due to the flexibility of the columns and the remarkable load-bearing capacity of the dugong. The roof also plays a critical role in earthquake resistance. Its heavy and wide design creates downward pressure, tightly binding the components together and enhancing stability. The seamless integration of the roof and the dugong not only provides exceptional structural durability, but also contributes to the overall harmony and aesthetic balance of the Forbidden City. The Forbidden City is not only an architectural marvel, but also a vast cultural treasure trove, preserving over 1.8 million artifacts. Amazingly, only about 10,000 of these artifacts, just 2%, are displayed annually, underscoring the immense richness of its collection. This gives us a glimpse into the luxurious lives of ancient Chinese emperors, where power and artistry merged in breathtaking opulence. Inside the Forbidden City, the treasures are categorized into 231 groups, each containing a large number of valuable artifacts. Notable among these is the collection of paintings, which includes over 53,000 artworks and 75,000 pieces of calligraphy, showcasing the artistic achievements of feudal China. Among these treasures, the world-renowned hand-scroll painting along the river during the Qingming festival stands out as the soul of the Forbidden City. This masterpiece, created by artist Zhang Zeduan during the Song dynasty in the 12th century, is the only surviving work of its kind. The scroll measures 17 feet in length and 10 inches in width, or about 528 centimeters by 25 centimeters. It was painted using the dispersed perspective technique, a hallmark of ancient Chinese art. The painting vividly depicts the daily life and bustling urban landscape of the city of Bianjing, modern-day Kaifeng, with intricate details of boats crowding the river, bustling markets, and people from various social strata. This work is not only an artistic masterpiece, but also a priceless historical record, offering insights into the society and lifestyle of the time. The Forbidden City also holds fascinating stories and mysteries from nearly 600 years of royal life in China. There are very few trees in the Forbidden City. This is not only due to feng shui principles, but also for practical reasons. Trees in the palace complex could attract birds and animals, disturbing the solemn atmosphere. Additionally, trees posed a security risk as they could provide hiding spots for assassins. In a palace primarily constructed of wood, trees also increased the risk of fire, a significant concern given that the Forbidden City experienced more than 150 major fires throughout its history. During the Ming and Qing dynasties, the Forbidden City had no bathrooms. Royal family members and officials used chamber pots lined with plant ash mixed with aromatic substances to mask odors. These pots were often placed behind screens for privacy, and the waste was discreetly removed and disposed of outside the palace walls. The Forbidden City contains around 80 wells of varying sizes, but their water was not used for daily activities. Instead, water was brought in from nearby areas to ensure safety. This precaution stemmed from fears of poisoning, as the wells were interconnected and linked to the Golden Water River outside. As a result, the wells were primarily used for firefighting rather than drinking or other domestic purposes. One of the most enigmatic areas of the Forbidden City is the Cold Palace, used to imprison disgraced or criminal concubines. According to the memoirs of Puyi, the last emperor of China, the Cold Palace was not a fixed location, but could be any room within the palace. These spaces were isolated, with only a single entrance used to deliver food and essentials, leaving the occupants in complete solitude. Many who were confined suffered mental torment, often leading to madness or depression. Today, these areas are mostly dilapidated and closed to visitors due to safety concerns and high maintenance costs. Another hidden gem is the Qianlong Garden, a secret retreat built in the 1770s for Emperor Qianlong's retirement. This garden was meticulously designed, featuring 27 pavilions, study rooms, and smaller structures adorned with intricate 18th century artistic details. When Puyi left the Forbidden City in 1924, the garden was abandoned for decades. After over a decade of restoration, parts of it were reopened to the public in 2020, though access remains limited. Today, the Forbidden City stands not only as a significant historical monument and a source of pride for the Chinese people, but also as a major tourist destination, drawing millions of visitors from around the world. With its exceptional cultural and historical value, the complex was designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1987 and is now managed by the Palace Museum in Beijing. The Forbidden City has also inspired numerous renowned films, most notably the 1987 film The Last Emperor, which won 9 Academy Awards, vividly recreated the Forbidden City's history, with much of it filmed on location. Similarly, the 2006 movie Curse of the Golden Flower drew heavily on the themes of power and tragedy within the imperial family, reflecting the grandeur and drama of palace life. Do you know any other fascinating details about this magnificent palace? Feel free to leave a comment below and share your thoughts. Lastly, do not forget to subscribe to the channel so you will not miss more exciting discoveries in the future.